And sweet little Jax likes to get beat, man. I could probably get into that. Hell yeah. All right. Quit talking to your lover, lady. He's about to come up here and rip some shit. All right, all right. Give it up for the Canadian in the house, everybody. Bryan McGill.
It's here for Heron again.
I'm all you.
Here for Mike again. Here for Jax.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's here for Canada.
Yeah.
That was better than I expected. Thank you guys.
Oh, Canada.
Our home and native. Don't get me started. I have to finish. So, I've been substituting for a while now. I think I might have been talking about it a little bit. Today and tomorrow can be the easiest days ever. I'm in for a grade 1 class, back to back. Today, the only thing we did was I put on sea biscuits, and they colored pictures of horses and made floats to parade around the school tomorrow. Tomorrow, they parade around the school, and then we go out and have field day, which is really just the teachers slapping numbers on the back of them and then betting on which kid will run the fastest. Saw that the teachers were all betting people. They were putting down a lot of money on these kids and which ones were going to win. So I saw my opportunity to make some money. I pulled this out of my pocket quick. I was like, I bet none of you know what this is. I put it back in my pocket quickly, and they're like, yeah, I'll put money. That's Smarties. I'll put money down at Sweethearts. Won all their fucking money. In Canada, they're called Rockets. None of them had heard about it being called Rockets in Canada. There's a few other things that are different in Canada, like instead of saying Smarties, we say Rockets. Instead of saying Canadian bacon, we just say ham. And instead of saying American cheese, we say plastic. Some other things are a little...
American cheese.
It's plastic. I'm sorry to tell you, the rest of the world calls it plastic. A few other things that are different are some like common sayings. Like here you guys have a saying that's like, nothing's for certain but death and taxes. Canada, it's a little different. Nothing is certain except death and free health care. Another one that's a little different is like, you guys will say Elvis has left the building. Well, we don't have Elvis in Canada. It's like Rush has left the building. And another thing, being Canadian, I can never go the whole 9 yards. I can only go the whole 8.2296 meters. Oh man, I moved through a lot of that fast. I don't got much left. Recently I've been seeing a lot of commercials for like rollover data. Phone companies are letting you keep the data that you've paid for.
Hell
It's
yeah.
great. I'm so thankful for that. Not because I don't get through my data in a month. I get through that data fast. But I was afraid that if cell phone companies were allowed to keep taking away what you've already paid for, that other companies would jump on board and take back what you hadn't used at the end of the month. Like end of the month, Heinz comes down, whoosh, knocks down your fucking door to take back its ketchup. You have like Garnier Fructis sneaking up to you while you take a shower to get back its shampoo and conditioner. It sucked. Like, if they took back everything at the end of the month, I'd have to start buying condoms individually. And I still wouldn't get through them by the end of the month. I've been thinking about this. I mean, I know it's not going to happen where companies come and take it back, but I've got plans. If Captain Morgan Freeman ever comes to take back my rum, I'm just going to mix it with Coke. Let Captain Morgan and Coca-Cola fight that battle out in court. I'm just sipping on my mixed drink. Been living in the U.S. for a while now, and I can tell that I'm becoming more Southern. You can see it wasn't by choice. If I lived here long enough, I'd catch it being Southern. You can tell I'm becoming more Southern. You look at me, I've gained at least 30 pounds since I've moved here. I went 20 years without knowing that mac and cheese is a vegetable. And apparently, sweet potato isn't. It's a dessert. To catch up a little bit, I've been making my tea, my sweet tea, with sugar and butter. Oh, it's so good. My buddy told me that's how you make it, and I was like, they make everything else with butter down here. Why not sweet tea? Okay, sure. Another way I've been putting on the pounds is McDonald's. The large down here is so big, it won't even fit into my Canadian cup holder in my car. I have to buckle it in as a co-pilot. It's crazy. Another way I know becoming more southern is the other week I almost got my first DUI. Cop came up to me and he's like, routine check, we want you to do your alphabet backwards. So I started. I got one letter in before he started laughing at me. He's like, Zed's not a letter. I tried to explain that Zed is how we say Z in Canada, but he would not believe me, so I had to give him the rest of my moonshine to get off. That's all I've got. Blew through fast, thank you. Bring Aaron back up, thanks for having me.